Chapter 3 Cube 3. Guns were still excellent weapons in this world, but only ordinary soldiers who couldn't wield mana used them. Instead of traditional bullets, this world used magic bullets that contained compressed mana capable of killing low intermediate rank, grade 8 monsters. In comparison, the training saber that cost 5 million won could only kill low-rank monsters, so the gun was a stronger weapon on its own. However, heroes and mercenaries who could wield magic power would never choose a gun because magic power couldn't be applied to it. A gun would be inherently limited in power no matter how strong the user. The most important aspect in choosing a main weapon was its origin. The greater its origin, the higher the weapon's grade. For instance, guns could be categorized into 3 grades: mass-produced, custom-made, or masterpiece. Swords, on the other hand, varied a great deal from artifact, armament, treasured, mythical, legendary, etc. This was because myths and legends manifested in this world. The sword held a long and deep history. Many swords descended from myths and legends like the Sword of Freyr, Demon Blade Muramasa, Magic Sword Tyrfing, Holy Sword Durandal, King's Sword Excalibur, etc. In this world, many legendary swords remained undiscovered in dungeons and towers. Each of them was a priceless treasure. Of course, these treasures could only be used by those proficient with swords. Heroes sought after such ancient weapons because a high-grade weapon could help them break through bottlenecks. Kim Chundong. Quote, Kim Soo-hyuk called my name once more before activating his smartwatch. For some reason, I could see the information hidden by the security feature. It contained information about me, Cadet Kim Chundong. Didn't you use a sword? As expected of an extra, Kim Chundong was an ordinary swordsman. I decided to change my weapon. Quote, after coming to Cube, yes. Quote, Kim Soo-hyuk didn't look happy, but nodded with a slight frown. That's fine. Cadets can make their own choices. Instructors won't interfere, but that also means the responsibility falls on you. Quote, Kim Soo-hyuk moved on, but students continued to whisper. They should have been too quiet for me to hear, but I could clearly hear them. It seemed this was Chundong's gift. How useless. A gun? Is that guy insane? Why did he even come to Cube if he wanted to be a mercenary? Before entering Cube, cadets experimented with all sorts of weapons to find what best suited their gift. However, guns didn't require a gift. Anyone could place their finger on the trigger and pull. You can easily change the main weapon you chose today. You will all go through the same tests and training regardless of what you chose. That means a weapon's weaknesses are your responsibility. Quote, Kim Soo-hyuk announced while looking my way. I get it. Damn it. I just didn't have any other choice. The cadets here attended military academies from the ages of 7 or 8. In other words, they had practiced with their respective weapons for 10 years. I was different. I didn't inherit Chundong's memories and I was far from a swordsman in my world. Heck, I wasn't even into sports. I wasn't much of a thrill seeker either. In the end, I could only choose a long-ranged weapon like a bow or a gun. I was at least familiar with guns thanks to Korea's mandatory military service. Now, we'll assign rooms and your personal belongings will be sent there. You're free afterward. Classes will begin in 4 days. That's next Monday. Quote, Kim Soo-hyuk spoke as he pitifully looked at me. The main weapon selection came to an end. Yo Gunner, are you for real? I just don't understand. Are you one of those attention seekers? This is the first time I've heard of someone choosing a gun at Cube. Quote, a group of boys struck up a conversation on the way to the dorm. I simply ignored their sarcastic remarks. They left snickering after seeing me unbothered. As expected of teenage boys, they were more interested in female students. Even I looked their way. Chai Nyan, Rachel, and Yuyana. These 3 beauties far surpassed my settings. We arrived at the dorm as I observed them from the side. Here are the dorms for the first years. Quote, 6 extravagant skyscrapers stood in front of us. According to Kim Soo-hyuk, Each building contained 100 floors consisting of 5 rooms each. They distributed the rooms according to grades, but you still received your own room even if you ranked last. The Military Agent Academy's top 3 male and female cadets received their own penthouses. Kim Seho was the only one who gave it up, saying it was too big for him. Boys to the right, girls to the left. The key to your rooms will be stored in the smartwatches I'll be handing out now. Quote, other first-year classes arrived while Kim Soo-hyuk explained. If I remembered correctly, the first-year classes consisted of Veritas, Acceptance, Intelligence, Wisdom, Cultivation, Honor, Virtue, Friendship, Potential, and World, a total of 10 classes. Should I try looking for other major characters? Some of them should be antagonists. Chundong, Kim Chundong. Huh, me, why, Kim Soo-hyuk was calling me. I was distracted for a moment and his eyes narrowed like a hawk. His fierce gaze froze me. Kim Soo-hyuk closed his eyes in disappointment and sighed. Your smartwatch, come take it. Quote, ah, yes. Quote, I almost tripped over my shaking legs. I could hear everyone laughing behind me. You dare laugh at your creator. They briefly angered me, but I generously forgave them. I didn't have a choice since I couldn't get back at them. My room was bigger than Chundong's apartment. It came with a couch, bed, rice cooker, TV, computer, and even magic tools. I still can't get used to it. Quote, I pondered while slouching on the comfy couch. The weight of the handgun didn't feel real in my hand. It might have been better to leave Cube if I was going to choose a gun. Having been a cadet at the Military Agent Academy should have been enough to let me live without starving. However, my problem didn't end there. Why was I sent to this world and how could I return? I felt I needed to stay close to the main storyline to find out. Although, I doubted I could get too close with just a gun. Should I try shooting it to see its power? I just thought of something good. I jumped up from the couch and aimed at the wall. Then I closed my left eye. When I almost pulled the trigger. Ding dong. The bell rang and an electronic voice sounded from outside. Rank 934, Kim Chun Dong. Take your luggage. Quote, it was a robot. I tossed the gun on the couch and opened the door to a fairly big box. It seemed Chundong sent his belongings ahead of time. I brought in the box. Military Agent Academy rank 1543, Military Hero Academy rank 934, Kim Chundong. Personal belongings. Closing square bracket. Rank 934, wasn't that too average? I pulled off the tape with a smirk. Huh, the big box only contained a single item, but I recognized it. This wasn't Chundong's, but mine. This was from my previous life, although it felt weird to call it that. Anyways, this was the laptop I used on Earth to write my novel.